Today I have a tiny computer. Let's call this the Stick Windows 10 Pro. This is the T6. Comes with a 4 GB of memory, 64 GB of SSD, runs at 1.92 GHz, and much more. I think it is perfect to run, guys, if you run Kodi, Playton, Plex, mini server, and much more. Easy to plug it in and run it back at your TV. I'll show you this right now. How you doing, everyone? This is Dagger from mediaboxentlab. Yes, and today we have the T6. This is a great mini PC. Like a Fire Stick, just like a Fire Stick, almost the same size, I will say that, and perfect to run many servers. How about an emulator? It comes with the USB 3.0, 2.0, so you can put an external hard drive. You can load up this with 128 GB of micro SD. But you know what? Let's take a look at this right now. All right, so we have the packet PC or the mini PC. This one runs an Intel Atom Z8350 and computer stick, Windows 10 Pro 64-bit, 4 GB of DDR3 and 64 GB of SSD. Now 4K HD, Bluetooth 4.2 and dual band, Wi-Fi 2.4 and 5 GHz. As you see, it technically looks almost like a little bigger than Fire Stick. Now, this one also runs as a 2 megabyte cache and runs up to 1.92 gigahertz. Now, we can see there we have the USB 2.0 and the blue one with the 3.0 and the power micro USB. Right on the side, we can install micro SD card up to 128 gigabytes. It's pretty small. And again, we got the same info, the Z8350, 4 GB and 64 GB of SSD. It comes with the Windows pre-install. It takes about between 10 to 12 minutes, the whole installation. What I will do there, you can plug it in right using right in your TV using the USB. Comes already with the TV, and you can patch it right over there. Or you can use this power supply, that is 5 volt. 2 amps, just plug it there in the side and it's done. And also we have the little patch cable right there, because if it's kind of long, right? So if you're going to put it back in TV, I don't think it's going to fit, so you can use the little patch cable, something like they have also for the Fire Stick. They have the same way. So now you can just plug it in, put it right on the side, or if you want to use it for your display or another model, you can put that into the side. Pretty simple. This unit is price is pretty fast. In a full manual, they show you the full installation. But what we're going to do now, we're going to plug it in, right? And let's power it up and let's see how the whole thing works. And it has a good design. I like it the way it works. Okay, so we are ready. We're going to power it up and we see there. And what we got first is just the installation. Once again, I just hit the video. It takes about 12 minutes. Normal installation, normal questions. A pre-install will ask you, country, keyboard, and the layout and username. So we have the Windows, runs perfect. Let's check the configuration of this window and see how fast things open. It pop ups pretty fast. So let's go into the configuration of the PC. And let's see right there. Going to my PC. And we do right click and we check. Well, first, actually, we see in the C drive, 64 gigabytes. C drive, you can always install, again, an external USB external drive. And we can see right over here, Windows Pro, and it runs again in the chip. We see the Intel Z80 and runs at 1.4 gigahertz at this point, at 64. And we can see the key underneath is the register. Right, and we see the memory is 4 gigabytes. So the unit, let's open Explorer and let's see how that works. By the way, it did detect it. I skipped that part, but it did detect it with no problem. My 5 gigahertz network. We just started right now and load up pretty fast. I think it's perfect again. for web browsing, to display movies, to use again as a mini server Kodi, and it's a perfect Plex player, right? Oh, play it on as well. As you see here, as my mini setup, I just put a wireless keyboard. Gets warm normally, right? And you see right on the side we have the switch to turn it on and off, and I just plug it in this into my capture card. So as you see, this Pocket PC or the T6, right, was great. I think it's a good alternative. Once again, if you want to run Kodi, it's an easy way to install Kodi here and map network drive, right? So if you have another computer, you can map network drive. One thing I would love to do with all this thing is I have all the boxes running the same way. I will install TeamViewer here, so you don't need any keyboard or mouse. Only from the beginning, right? You install your keyboard and mouse, you program the whole thing, and after that, install TeamViewer. Let it run 24 hours, automatic. When this boot up, it starts Kodi, it starts TeamViewer, and that way you can log in and make changes. Now, if you're going to put this on the back of the TV, it becomes perfect. And remember, you can use this, because I think this is pretty long to put in the back of the TV, but you can use this little about a foot or maybe less than a foot cable HDMI to female, so you can put this and run the TV and you can stick right on the side. The way I will power up this, if you have a smart TV, and I'm sure you will have an extra USB, well, you can power it up from the USB of your TV and power up your T6. That way, when you turn the TV, this will turn as well too. Or you can use the power supply. Another thing you can do is install a hub. I will install an Aptec hub in case you want to power up many devices, because I don't think this can handle 2 amps, can handle as many devices you can install. So you get one hub with their own power supply. That way you can power a hard drive, printer, or whatever you want to put up. That will be the case. If not, install a wireless keyboard from back of TV, or again, you can use this as a mini server. You can use this as a torrent server. You can use this as a Plex, and also as a Kodi. How about again an emulator for play 80s games? That's great too. All right, so like always, for more information, this is the T6. I'll leave the link right below this video. See you next time. Bye.